You're back with the crossover with Marlon Jones and Armon Williams.
All right, welcome back to the crossover with Marlon and Armon, KDUS 1060. Subscribe and follow us on our social media accounts on both YouTube and Facebook at the crossover 1060. Once again, that's at the crossover 1060. So if you're on Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/at the crossover 1060 and on YouTube, youtube.com/at the crossover 1060. All right, our next guest she's the only person that you're probably going to meet on the streets or around the valley that's an Oklahoma State cowgirl, that in her case, as well as the GCU Antelope. She's an avid sports fan, and we're excited to have her back as always. Welcome back. She's a regular contributor. It's the wonderful Dr. Amanda Jones, family nurse practitioner, to the show. No relation to Marlon Jones. Dr. Amanda Jones, family nurse practitioner. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Better now. That last segment was kind of, we got to
clean it up a little bit.
We had to, clean it up a little bit, spray it down.
Sanitize it a little bit.
Sanitize it,
Give it some antibiotics.
Those guys showed their whole ass.
Literally.
No, but we love Tracy. We love Crazy Tracy and Big G. They're great. Yeah. They definitely they take the excitement level. And,
they do, and they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they do know what they're talking about. They're making money.
I'm going to do an experiment this week. I'm going to do the $100 experiment.
Yeah, absolutely. You should try it.
The gravity thing didn't yield the $1,000 results.
If you got a little disposable income, try it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I agree. I might do a little something myself.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Jones, what's new with you? What's good?
Well, I just learned about hobby horsing thanks to the two of you. So
not me. Marlon brought that up. I have nothing to do with hobby horsing.
Nothing to do
Go ahead.
with
Tell them what the hell is hobby horsing, Marlon. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, I already showed Amanda a video, but it's literally, everybody knows what a hobby horse is, right?
Right, the little horse head on
the
the stick.
little horse head on the stick.
That
like
you used
almost
to play with his kids, whatnot. If you play Cowboys and Indians and
right.
that kind of crap.
But they actually have competitions where, like, you're at an equestrian track with your hobby horse.
Tell them, they're not jumping. Are they jumping stuff? They're actually jumping like little barricades.
I did see that in the video.
They're jumping barricades.
They're jumping barricades, or they're out there. They're on literal equestrian horse tracks. Yes.
You think that ever become an Olympic sport?
That is, it's quite the most amazing, and most disturbing thing that I've seen today.
Tell me that people don't come and actually watch that crap.
You know what? I'll send you the video.
On what level is this sport?
It's not as bad as stickball, is it?
Stickball? You mean netball?
Netball. I'm sorry, not netball.
First of all, there's nothing wrong with netball.
There's lots of things. There are lots of things wrong with netball.
As a matter of fact, we need to have Tracy and them do their thing about betting on some netball.
On netball?
Yes.
I mean, why not? Why stop there? Why not have them do hobby
horsing? I don't want them to touch anything near that thing. What's that? I'm sorry.
I said, why stop there? You could have them do the hobby horsing.
Yeah.
You can have them do all kinds of weird sports.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at FanDuel. You can bet on anything. So why not? Oh, you know what? Who brought up? Someone said flag football. Let's talk about the flag football being an Olympic sport.
Flag football becoming an Olympic sport, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And Roger Goodell is trying to encourage NFL players to participate.
Really?
Yes.
Like ex-NFL, like kind of like
no, not ex, like current.
Current.
Yeah, like Michael Parsons had a comment about looking forward to playing against teachers in Lithuania running. No. But yeah, it's going to be an actual.
That's a no for me. That's a pass.
It's going to be an actual Olympic sport, and they're going
to introduce it to the Olympics.
Yes.
Which one are you talking about? The next one, 2024.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Okay. And they want actual NFL players to compete.
Because I know they got 3-on-3 basketball.
Right.
The Olympics, and it's actually 3-on-3 basketball.
I like
actually kind of fun to watch.
3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah.
And of course, Ice Cube's league, where he's got a lot of
big three.
the big three, where he's got a lot of ex NBA players that are participating in that. That's fun, but I don't know how flag football is going to catch on. Maybe if you have some of the top talent participating and whatnot, but that's going to be just embarrassing, man. I mean, it's bad enough watching the women's softball teams just beat up on everybody, else in the world. I don't know, man.
What happens when you forget you're playing flag football and you just knock someone out?
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Especially if they got actual professional current NFL players. Somebody's going to knock the snot out of somebody.
It's going to happen. Especially if they, if they on defense they press the receivers. That's over.
Well, you do got rugby. You do have rugby in the Olympics.
Yeah,
those guys are knocking the snot out of each other on a regular basis.
Is this like a co-ed thing, or how are they doing this in the Olympics? Do they have a men's and women's team?
As far as I know, it's just men's right now. But I do know that in high schools, girls' flag football is becoming popular.
Now, I might watch women's flag football because I think that would probably be a little bit more competitive. You know what I mean? As far as like competing against the rest of the best of the rest of the world.
Yeah, we have a great rising flag football community actually, and the NFL players are getting involved with that. One of my friend's daughters plays flag football, and it got wild and very competitive. I was pretty surprised. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that's a rising sport in high schools out here. Is girls flag football?
Flag football, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of football, I want to go ahead and take a look at some of these college football games that are currently going on, or some of the matchups that are about to be going on a little bit later on, and see what you guys think about this. So far, the big game of the week is actually Penn State, Ohio State, and up to this point, it's a competitive game right now. Ohio State, they lead Penn State 10-6. It's a slugfest. So about a little over 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter, and right now it's 3rd and goal. Penn State, 3rd and goal. Ohio State has a football inside the Penn State's 5-yard line.
Both those teams are going to lose to Michigan, so it's not going to matter.
It's a formality.
I stand by what I said. I think it was a live show or whatever, that Michigan is the best team in football right now. Mm-hmm. Like, by far.
The question is does Jim Harbaugh come back to Michigan?
Yeah,
there's some stuff circulating around, like them possibly stealing plays from opposing teams.
Yeah, I don't know too much about what's going on with that.
Right.
As far as stealing plays, I mean, there's always accusations from teams that can't beat them, so you try and come up with excuses. So I mean, I don't see why they would need to steal plays, but they're still the best team in football right now.
If you can get an advantage, you'll take it. Here, you want to talk about a surprise college score right now. UCF is actually beating Oklahoma. The end of the third quarter, they're up 23-17.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Oklahoma is coming off their big win against the Texas just a couple week ago in the shootout. The Red Rivalry. So
Red River Rivalry.
Yeah,
it's hard to say.
Red River Rivalry, Red River Shootout.
You can say that 3 times fast.
Do not ask her.
Let's have a contest, and we'll turn the tables here, and I'll be in charge of the contest.
We'll just call it the Texas Shootout. I'll just call it the Texas Shootout.
There we go.
And then Air Force. I didn't know Air Force is ranked in the top 25. They're ranked 22nd.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're ranked 22nd. They're beating Navy right now, 10-0. Navy, boy, you talk about a team that's kind of fallen off. The last couple of years, Navy's really fallen off.
So that's for the Commanders Cup, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep. Then, of course, Crazy Tracy and Big G, they mentioned Oregon, Washington, Alabama. They didn't mention Alabama. They're ranked 11th in the country. They're playing Tennessee a little bit later on today. 12:30 kickoff on CBS. They got Alabama as a 9-point favorite. And you got Missouri, South Carolina. There's not a whole lot of really big games on tonight. You got a little bit later on this evening or this afternoon, 4:30 on ABC. You have Duke's playing Florida State. So that'd be an interesting game.
Florida State should run the floor with them.
Yeah.
I think what was I going to say? The game that was mentioned earlier in the Pac-12, Utah USC. That's kind of a big game.
Yeah, that is a big game. Utah USC, absolutely.
That's in Salt Lake City. I'm going to take Utah on that.
You got Utah? Yeah, I like Utah, man. I think USC, they have a hard time. They struggle when they travel.
They struggle when they travel, and Utah's a very physical team.
They're a physical team, and their defense can't stop anybody.
No.
Talking about USC's defense. What do you think about Oklahoma State? Who did they play tonight?
West Virginia.
Okay.
And that is going to be an interesting game. It's only, I think, a 3.5 point spread right now. I'd have to look and see if the updates are. But, it should be good. It should be a close matchup. It's hard to tell. I'm trying to take the bias out of it. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull, if my Cowboys are going to be able to pull it off this time. I'd like to say they can, but defensively and offensively, both ways, it's rough.
Is a game in Oklahoma? Is it in?
No,
it's in Morgantown.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That could be interesting. All right. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up with our last segment. We'll put a bow on the show. Amanda, you want to join us?
Sure.
All right.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back. You're listening to The Crossover, KDUS 1060. Don't go anywhere, folks.